Had to resort to a cap and glasses. This sunburn is next level. Look at the amount of sun cream on me now. My forehead's blistered. Look like I'm undercover now. Day 3, here we go.
Okay, so day 3 of the festival. This was our final day on the campsite. This was our final day at the festival. We had a few bands we wanted to see, and the highlight that we basically booked the tickets for, Hybrid Theory, we couldn't wait.
We absolutely couldn't wait. By this point, my sunburn was at its peak. I'd spent 2 full days in the blistering hot sun. I was putting sun cream on for the second day all day, so I'm very conscious about my skin and how the sun does affect my skin. However, the damage was already done from day 1, and so we woke up ready for a long day again and to, you know, really embrace the final day of Dubs of Rock. And so we headed out into the arena to catch Evanescence or Effervescence. Forevanescence, that's it. Forevanescence for our first band of the day, tribute to Evanescence. They were really good, to be honest. A good opening act, I'd say. Anyway. They weren't the strongest of the day, but they're a very good opening act. Of course, they did bring me to life, which is what I wanted to see. But they did bring me to life at the end of the set. And by that point, my sunburn just felt like... my whole body just felt like it was being cut open, almost.
Yeah, you were blistering.
I was blistering.
Honestly, we had to take him to the medical tent as soon as it finished. Reluctantly, might I add. Even though his arms were literally bubbling, he was
can still see, it's literally been... how long's it been? 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Since then? It's been 3 weeks and I'm still red.
Yeah.
I'm literally still red from 3 weeks ago. That's how bad it was. This whole tattoo here was... gone.
Yeah.
Was gone. I was like, it's never coming back because all here was gone because it was just a blister over it.
Yeah.
And you couldn't see any ink, you couldn't see anything. It was the worst sunburn I've ever seen anyway. And so we went to the medical centre and the medical tent said that I need to get in the shade. As an emergency. Why is there nowhere to stand when you're watching the main stage under shade?
I don't know.
It's so stupid, like you're forced to stand in the sun. Is this just like something that you have to accept at a festival, that you're just going to be in the blistering hot sun?
Yes, I think
so.
No,
that's so dangerous.
Anyway,
we had to go back to the tent and I was forced to lay down in the tent, to which I completely passed out in there. I was so just fatigued and...
had a touch of sunstroke.
Sunstroke, yeah, it really got to me. I literally woke up to the sound of Justin Hawkins screaming Thing Called Love from right far at the main arena. I was like, whoa, what's that? I just heard his high-pitched voice screaming Thing Called Love. So I wanted to go and see Darkness.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to, but I did hear I Believe in a Thing Called Love, and I did hear Let the Bells Ring, the Christmas song. Yeah. So the 2 songs that I wanted to really see, I did hear anyway. Like, he was loud, really loud. And apparently he put on a really good show, had loads of costume changes, give great energy as well, loads of people were saying. So I did miss out on that, but I think it was a necessary sacrifice in order to enjoy the 3 headlining bands for that day.
Yep, which we are getting on to now. So the first headline band that we went to go see was High on Maiden.
Fear of the dark. You. Fear of
I have a phobia. Someone's always there.
Iron Maiden. Iron
Wow.
Maiden. Go on.
Wow, amazing. Again, not a massive Iron Maiden fan. Really can't say I know their songs as well as I should, being a rock fan and everything. But that guy's voice absolutely slaps.
I told you.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the bands that I did research before we went to Dubs of Rock. And I know that they've been doing it for many years, being a tribute to Iron Maiden. And so his voice is just incredible. It really is incredible. He can hit those notes. He can tell that story. He can draw you in. He's got the motions. He's got the actions that Bruce Dickinson does have.
Yeah.
And he even brought Eddie out in multiple characters. They've
Yeah.
fought and battled on stage.
Yeah.
And it was just an epic performance. I do really enjoy Iron Maiden anyway. I have since a young age. And so I didn't want them to ruin the songs, and not many bands did let us down. But High on Maiden were one of the ones that were a headliner and really deserved to be a headliner, in my opinion.
They're brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. I said when we were watching it, he sounds like he's got the range of like an opera singer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like he just had that vocal richness that you can hear in a proper singer's voice. And he was brilliant. The whole set was brilliant. And the band was brilliant as well. Like it's hard playing a guitar from an Iron Maiden song. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they did it perfectly.
When they all came together in the middle and in like the instrumental sections.
Yeah.
They performed it as it should be together, and it was just epic. It was the fireworks were coming out of the guitars, imaginary ones. It was just like, go on, mate. I absolutely loved it. Loved it.
It was brilliant.
And so at that point, the sun began to settle and we got into the penultimate act for Dubs of Rock, which was the one that we went to see.
Yes.
Hybrid Theory, the
Yep.
tribute to Linkin Park.
Hybrid Theory is one of the most famous tribute acts in the world. They have travelled around Europe and sold out arenas, the same size arenas that Linkin Park have sold out.
And
We've watched
even
their
before we knew about Dubs of Rock, we've watched
Hybrid Theory.
proper concerts recorded by Hybrid, recorded and put on YouTube for a Hybrid Theory show. I was like, check out these, John. These sound exactly like Chester.
So-
like, really good.
Yeah, they were amazing. They were what we basically bought the tickets for. We couldn't wait. It's this Eastern European guy and this band that is absolutely brilliant. And we're there, we're waiting, and an English guy comes out.
Out walks this guy with hair and an English accent, and we look at each other and say, that's not the guy, is it? That's not the singer.
No, yeah.
And so they started singing, they did the first song, and we were all just astonished.
Like the whole crowd was like, who's this?
Yeah, we were like, this isn't the guy. And we were
Yeah.
saying to each other, this isn't Hybrid Theory. Who is this?
Yeah.
And so we'll come on to who they actually were in a moment. We still give them a chance because after 2 songs in, we understood, right, so this is what we're getting today. We had our theories. Is Hybrid Theory a big company and they've got different sections all across the world. We don't know. All we knew is we was getting something that we didn't think we were getting. We thoroughly enjoyed the music because we love Linkin Park anyway.
Yeah.
We got into it as much as we could. We gave it as much chance as we could.
Mike Shinoda.
The Mike Shinoda guy was phenomenal and probably better than the one that we thought that we was going to get.
Yeah.
Loneliness, because I can't go down, there's stress within. I make the right moves, but I'm lost within. I put on a day for some, but then I just can't help myself to get by myself.
However, the lead singer just
couldn't do the Chester
cut it.
stuff.
He weren't doing the high notes or the long notes.
He weren't doing the screaming stuff
the
well.
screaming.
Yeah. He was doing, to be fair, the actual, like, can't do what you want me to be. He was doing those parts well.
And they weren't so bad, to be honest.
Yeah.
And his motions and the characteristics he had.
He had hype, mate. He was all around the stage.
Yeah.
He was excellent. He had
He was
proper
climbing the
stage presence.
scaffolding
Yeah,
and holding people's hands.
And to be fair, the actual Chester from, not the actual Chester, the one from the actual Hybrid Theory, he's quite a static performer, but his voice is on point.
Yeah.
So there was a little bit of a trade-off there. But if you asked me which one I preferred, I would have preferred to have had the voice than the stage presence, because it felt like he was constantly doing this with like all of Chester's main bits, and it just sort of takes you out of it a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong, they weren't terrible, like it just weren't what you were expecting, and that made it really disappointing. If I'd never heard of Hybrid Theory and I went to see that, I don't think I would have been as disappointed.
And the thing is, I do feel a bit misled, I'm not going to lie, because nowhere in the advertising or in the posters did it ever say that last bit, the UK's largest Linkin Park tribute act. It never said that last bit. We needed to be really clear about which Hybrid Theory it was, because the one that we got was the one that a lot of people weren't expecting, and which is quite unfair to the band.
Yeah.
Which is quite unfair to the band. Because
It is, yeah.
if we was expecting that band, then we would have been like, okay, well, we know what we're getting, that's fine.
Yeah.
But because we expected something else, it took away from it a little bit, and it's unfair on them. It is.
Yeah. And I was really looking forward to that as well. I'm a massive Linkin Park fan. Like, it was anticlimactic more than anything else. And I thought the band did really, really well, to be honest, especially the Mike Shinoda and the energy they brought and the passion they clearly have for Linkin Park really translated. And I did get into it, but it just took like 10, 15 minutes, and it just wasn't. It was anticlimactic. Is the best word.
We was ready to go.
Yeah.
As soon as he stepped out, we was ready to go, like ready to go straight at it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then when he stepped out, we was just like, hang on a minute.
Yeah, who's that?
That stopped us from
Yeah,
going,
yeah.
and we was just like figuring it out, and so it took us a while to build back into it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But we did get into it in the end, and we thoroughly enjoyed it, and it was, it is a tribute band at the end of the day. So you've got to take it for what it is, and it was fun. And that brings us on to our last act of the evening. The last act, the headline act for the entire festival. One of Axel's favourite bands.
I won't say they're my favourite.
You love them?
I just like them. Yeah, I like them quite a bit. I don't not enjoy any of the songs, but I don't listen to them all the time because the songs are just so long, man, and I've just not got time to listen to a 7-minute song all the time.
Okay, so a band that Axel enjoys quite a bit, but he thinks the songs are a bit long. Moretallica!
Moretallica. And do you know what? I researched this band online again because I knew that they were going to be quite up there in terms of headlines. I didn't know they were going to be the headline of the whole festival. And I weren't expecting much from this band because any of the performances I saw was like the ones that they've done in lockdown, where they're recording from their houses. And to be honest, I didn't rate them. I thought, yeah, they can play the instruments, but I didn't rate that singer whatsoever. And to my surprise, he was so good live. So good. The staging was great. The lighting was great. They had fire, so pyrotechnics. The band was really good at playing those instruments and playing those songs. And the singer was just incredible. Couldn't fault him whatsoever. They did all the best ones, all my favourite ones, including Enter Sandman, which I really didn't expect them to do, to be honest. And I was just singing along to all the songs and absolutely loved it. And it was an incredible high for the end of the festival and a great band to finish the festival off. I wish that it would have had some more. I don't know if AC/DC had pyro the night before because we didn't see them. Yeah. And I know they had fire boxes, but they had no pyro. The only band that I saw with pyro was Ramlide on the first night. So the headline act should have pyro, and they didn't. And I love fireworks, so fire was good, but pyro would have been better. Yeah. That said, it doesn't take away from the band, and the band, again, as I say, shattered my expectations. Really good.
Yeah, really good. The guitaring, again, this is another one where it's all about the instruments. Do you know what I mean? Like, the songs are 90% instruments. It's brilliant. But like, it was so good. The way they played those guitars was mesmerizing. They literally didn't miss a chord, and it was amazing.
Yeah. And that brings our Dubs of Rock experience to an end. Did you enjoy your experience overall?
Oh, I loved it.
Your first ever festival experience. Yeah, it was tribute bands, but you wouldn't have thought it sometimes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
I really loved it. What I liked the most about it was the atmosphere, the camaraderie. It was a very communal, very friendly place to be. And it wasn't too big as well, which I also really enjoyed. It was 5,000 people, and yeah, it was just really easy to get from A to B and to see the bands and experience the bands at a distance you wanted to. And there was no issue getting from the front or seeing from the back or whatever. If you wanted to be in a mosh pit, you moved to that area. If you didn't want to be, you weren't forced into one, except for with one song in the entire festival in System of a Down. But it was just a really great atmosphere. I thought the event was fairly well run. They ran out of beer on the last night, which was a bit disappointing. And they had...
because they didn't have the after party.
Yeah.
It was advertised to have an after party at the end of the whole festival.
I really enjoyed it. What about you?
I did. Surprised that I enjoyed it. I really did. Obviously, I think that my sunburn took away from my own personal experience of it. But I was surprised about how much I actually got into the music, got into the performances, enjoyed the atmosphere, enjoyed the vibe, and just enjoyed the music and being there with you, with Aaron, and enjoying the experience. I hated the wasp infestation.
Yeah, that was
the
bad.
Wasps just didn't give up. They were relentless.
We didn't get stung though.
We didn't get stung, no, but I just... Imagine if I did on my sunburn. There would have been no hope. There would have been no hope. We would have been going home, mate. I would have ripped that whole campsite down. I'm telling you. But anyway, did I enjoy the overall experience? Yeah. And I think the 5,000 was a perfect amount.
Yeah.
I really do.
Was.
And so I don't know if this festival will get bigger. Tickets for Dubs of Rock 2026 are on sale, and they have gone up in price. Yeah. Glamping is crazy expensive now. Is that an indication that the prices for alcohol will go up? Who knows? The prices for normal camping tickets has gone up by like £20 per ticket. So like your basic one now is like 80 quid for your early bird. The next one is going to be 100. The one after that is like 129 quid, I think. So It has gone up. Do I think it's going to be worth it for that price still? Yeah, I do. If they have a lineup as good as they did this year, that's what you go for. You go for the music and you go for the time away with your friends.
I think I'd like to go with more people next time, rather than just the three. I think if we went with more people, I'd probably enjoy it more. Now I know how it all works with like food and stuff like that and everything, and where would be the best place to camp, because we camp right at the back if we camp closer to the...
Yeah, but we brought Aaron for that this time. He's been going festivals for 10 years.
No, never.
Aaron can't hack it.
Never.
Yeah, but come on, man. It's Aaron, innit?
I was surprised to see some rides there. But for the first event, I know that this company's been running festivals for 15, 20 years, but for the first festival of its kind, Dubs of Rock, I think it was a solid foundation to build off of, and I'm buzzing that I went.
What would you rate the festival out of 5, Axel?
What would I rate the festival out of 5? I can't give it any less than a 4.
Okay, fair enough. What's the point deducted for?
Certain things wasn't done as advertised. Hybrid Theory wasn't done as advertised. The closing party wasn't done as advertised. Wasps infestation. They can't help that, but I still didn't like that. I didn't like camping too much, so that's a personal opinion.
Yeah.
And merch, they didn't have any merch, and I like to have merch. I've got my cup, but that's it.
Yeah. But the bands were fantastic.
But the bands are really what made it. The atmosphere are really what made it, and the people are really what made it. I am not a social person anyway. I thought that I'd hate everyone around me, and I wouldn't talk to anyone around me, and I'd hate any interactions that I do have. However, like when I had sunburn, everyone was helping me.
Yeah.
Everyone was great to me. Everyone wanted to speak to me. Everyone wanted to check on me. And even so, when we saw people about, everyone went, "Oh, you know, are you all right?" And there was a great atmosphere and a great feeling there. And you never felt uncomfortable really. And if you did want to be left alone, you were left alone. And so that really did help. But you go for the music, you go for the vibes, and I can't fault it for that. I think I just knock it a point down because of the reasons that I've said, and my own personal feelings about festivals. But I think in any other situation, I'd rate it a 5.
Yeah.
I think many people would.
I'd give it, as a festival, first time goer, I'd give it 5 out of 5. The wasps are annoying, and camping, again, I didn't mind camping, to be honest. I found it quite cool to be sleeping in a tent, so I quite like that. The only thing
but people have got to be quiet.
Yeah, well, the only thing I thought was a little bit disappointing was 1 or 2 of the bands not being that good. But even so, really enjoyed it.
Even if you went to a band with if you went to a festival with the actual bands there, there's going to be some bands that you're really hyped to see, but they let you down.
Yeah.
There's going to be bands that you don't care about, but they surprise you. It's going to happen, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it is what it is. So I respect you get rating it a 5 out of 5. And I have seen many people online already book the tickets for next year because they said that it's the best festival they've ever been to.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. And it was just all, the whole set list was amazing. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone they had performing, like obviously not all of them are my favourites and not all of them are ones that I'm really passionate about. But I appreciated all of them, and everyone I watched, I was very, very impressed with, bar 1 or 2 exceptions.
You saw Fell Out Boy
Yes.
instead of Hybrid Theory? Now you know it's not the Hybrid Theory you wanted.
Yes.
Because Sean did want to see like the Fallout Boys. You wanted to see the
Sum 41.
Sum 41. There was another band that you wanted to see. Blink 182.
Was
The
it?
American Idiot people.
Oh, Green Day, not
Green
Blink
Day.
182. That's
Yeah, Blink 182 there as well.
Did they?
Oh no, they dropped out last minute. Didn't
Yeah,
they?
Blink
That was
182.
it. So I think 182. So yeah. With that said, that brings our Dubs of Rock experience to an end. Will we go back next year? Who knows what the future holds? If we'll ever be back to a festival, we can say that we have done a festival and it was absolutely incredible. Dubs of Rock, really well done. We wish you the best for the future, and it's a great foundation to build off of. My name's Axel.
I'm Sean.
We'll see you in another one.
Bye.